Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Good morning, everyone. Today we wanted to continue to study this book, The Buddha Speaks. I always use the contents of this book to mention certain teaching of Buddha. Right now, we are going to continue to study the part of love. Today, when we talk about love, according to one of the sutras teaching, we wanted to discuss when we practice Buddhism, how are we going to manage our family life or your own business? Sometimes, if you feel, especially you are a lay person, you wanted to spend some time on the practice. At the same time, you need to take care of your family. How are you going to balance yourself, manage your time, your energy? Actually, this is the phenomenon that I'm seeing around the temple and related with a lot of members. Many years ago, a couple, every time when I met them at the temple or at their home, sometimes maybe the wife will tell me, "Venerable Hang Yi, I wanted to be a nun. Would you please accept me?" Okay. I said, talk to your husband first. Let him give you permission first. Nowadays, after 20 or 30 years, then the husband came to me, "Venerable Hang Yi, instead of my wife to become a nun, I wanted to become a monk." Sometimes they are joking, but sometimes maybe they are kind of serious on this kind of a thinking after they learn Buddhism for many decades. Yes, some people, they do want to join Sangha. Yeah. For me, even as a monk for many years, sometimes people still wanted to ask me, why you became a monk when you were young? Didn't you like your family? Okay. Of course, I had my own story long time ago. The reason for me to become a monk, I explained it, a lot of interesting stories about myself. But after many decades, I do feel I'm very suitable to be a monk. And my younger brother and my aunt thought he should be a monk. But somehow, nowadays, he's still a lay person and taking care of the family. I feel it's very suitable for him to be a businessman. So sometimes, what kind of occupation do you want to select? Or what kind of lifestyle do you want to have? It depends on your own choice or your personality. I check myself, I observe myself for many, many years. I do feel, being a monk is very, very suitable for me to do. Right now, I still wanted to mention this, that at the temple or at the American Bodhi Center, sometimes when people talk to me that he or she wants to become a nun or a monk, actually I'm very careful about this kind of arrangement. I feel we should not easily and roughly to arrange this kind of doing at the temple or at the center. Long time ago, a young lady, she was only 16 years old. and still in high school, she came to me. She said, Venerable Hang Yi, I wanted to become a nun. Yeah, I'm decided. Please accept me to join the Sangha. I told her, I said, you need to go to school until you graduate from university, finish your college. Then you make the final decision. You are still so young. So sometimes I do hope younger people can come to the center, come to the temple, join the Sangha. But I cannot accept everyone to join Sangha. We have to make the right decision. Yeah. So today, when I talk about this subject, I do want to mention one question. That question was asked by another member a month ago. He asked this question. When we go out, working in the company, or doing something with others, if I don't like that person, then I can easily to separate myself from this person. I can arrange myself. Now meeting this person is easy to do. How about if someone in a family, we argue with each other, and also we dislike each other, we complain about each other, we blame each other. There is a kind of uncomfortable feeling, emotional, unstable feeling inside you. Then what we should do? I feel it's difficult. It's difficult because someone who is your family, in your family, maybe your brothers or sisters, or maybe your wife or your husband, we never know. Someone is always seeing you every day, stay with you under the same roof. But something wrong. We cannot communicate, and we don't want to talk to each other. Of course, we are in trouble. In this kind of situation, what we can do as a Buddhist, I feel there are a few things we still can improve ourselves. Yeah, in this kind of condition. First, I do feel if you discover another party that in the house, you dislike a certain kind of doing about this person. He's making certain mistakes, and you feel you don't want to communicate with him because of this kind of mistakes. Then today, I wanted to sincerely express my advice that please don't always keep another party's mistake in your mind all the time, every day. It's not good. As a human being, actually, sometimes we do make mistakes. We are not perfect. If we cannot forgive another party because of a certain mistake, at the same time, we wanted to continue to keep those mistakes in our minds, then we are in trouble. Maybe a small mistake, okay, some small negative action is going to grow bigger and bigger when we keep those in our minds all the time. So I feel we wanted to change our attitude. Sometimes find another party's positive action and good conducts, and find his the good sides for us to keep thinking about this person. So now focus on this person's mistake. Actually, every one of us, we do have something to show that we are a good person. We are good people. Yeah, but it depends on every one of us. Remember other parties' qualities, not mistakes, in order to continue on this kind of practice, in order to establish good relationships. Secondly, I feel if you see someone who is always doing something you dislike, and also at the same time you notice that this person is not going to change in a short time, then prepare yourself. Be ready inside your mind. Don't react all the time. When this person says something, do something, don't react. Sometimes the more we react, maybe the worse it will be. So don't react. At the same time, if we don't react, then we can eradicate those negative feelings right away. And also find a time when we feel we are in peace. We are thinking correctly. We can say something with reasons to each other. Find a time, let's sit down, casually share some thoughts with each other. I feel a lot of people, every time when you communicate, actually they are in trouble. They are fighting with each other. They yell on each other. They said that is the way they wanted to communicate. Actually, it's useless. We have to be in very, very calm stage. And also, there's a peace in mind. We can sit down with each other, have a cup of tea, then talk to each other. Then we can establish certain kind of understanding among people. And finally, instead of talking and saying something all the time, I feel the best way to help another person to improve is by showing some action from us. I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that, for another party. Perhaps through our own action, without saying anything, another party will receive the message. This is something we can change people around us. Now I wanted to use a few minutes to read this paragraph. It's a long paragraph, just like a story. So let me read slowly. I wish you can understand all the sentences from this paragraph. This is on page 20, a paragraph from Majjhima Nikaya. A rich man said to the Buddha, I see you are the awakened one, and I would like to open my mind to you and ask your advice. My life is full of work, and having made a great deal of money, I am surrounded by cares. I employ many people who depend on me to be successful. However, I enjoy my work and like working hard. But having heard your followers talk of the bliss of a hermit's life, and seeing you as one who gave up a kingdom in order to become a homeless wanderer and find the truth, I wonder if I should do the same. I long to do what is right and to be a blessing to my people. Should I give up everything to find the truth? The Buddha replied, the bliss of truth-seeking life is attainable for anyone who follows the path of unselfishness. If you cling to your wealth, it is better to throw it away than let it poison your heart. Let me repeat this sentence. If you cling to your wealth, it is better to throw it away than let it poison your heart. But if you don't cling to it, but use it wisely, then you will be a blessing to people. It's not wealth and power and enslave man, but the clinging to wealth and power. My teaching does not require anyone to become homeless or resign the world unless he wants to. But it does require everyone to free himself from the illusion that he is a permanent self and to act with integrity while giving up his craving for pleasure. And whatever people do, whether in the world or as a recluse, let them put their whole heart into it. Let them be committed and energetic. And if they have to struggle, let them do it without envy or hatred. Let them live not a life of self, but a life of truth. And in that way, bliss will enter your hearts. Thank you. Namo Buddha, Namo Dhamma, Namo Sangha. Namo Buddha, Namo Dhamma, Namo Sangha. Namo Buddha, Namo Dhamma, Namo Sangha.